Nice to meet you. It's a cool view. Today is February 15th, 2026. The hot keyword on Wall Street and UEDO recently is RWA real-world asset tokenization. Simply put, gold, bonds, Gangnam buildings. The idea is to put all assets, even artwork, on the blockchain and break them down into small pieces like coins to be bought and sold. Many people think this way. Wow, now I can buy a building worth 10 billion won for the price of a cup of coffee. 5,000 won. The world has become a better place. Isn't this the complete democratization of finance? But bosses, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Chance that the financial vested interests will set the stage for the ants. The essence of this change is not simply an increase in investment products. This is a civilizational shift that completely changes the concepts of money and ownership. And behind it all, not only big capital like BlackRock, but also former President Donald Trump's family's business is involved. Today, I want to talk about what this tokenization revolution is all about. I will explain the reality of digital feudalism and energy war that await you at the end of it all in a very simple and cool-headed manner, as if I were explaining it to my high school nephew. What is tokenization? Let's first explain what tokenization is with a tangible example. Everyone, you know Musicow, right? It's a service that lets you buy your favorite singer's copyrights like stocks and receive monthly royalties. This is an early model of tokenization. Is digitizing the asset registry and adding vending machine functionality to it. Let's take an example. You buy 1 kilo of gold worth about 150 Previously, million you had to receive a paper certificate and put it in a bank vault. To sell this, you have to go to the bank, get it stamped, get it appraised, and wait a few days for the cash to arrive. That 1 kilo of gold is broken down into 1 million digital pieces, tokens. And this token can be sent to anyone in the world in just 1 second, just like sending a Kakao Talk message. Just send a tick to your friend in the US and say, hey, I'll give you 0.01 G of gold I have. The physical gold is still in the warehouse. So what's the difference? That's right. The actual item is still in the warehouse. But the speed of movement of rights becomes the speed of light. Even at midnight on Sunday, I can sell 100,000 won worth of my building shares to someone on the other side of the world and get cash in dollars right away. A world where assets never sleep and are constantly moving around like crazy. This is the essence of tokenization. And yet, too, the Trump family's big picture. Why would the president sell coins? There's an interesting point. Usually politicians hate coins or try to regulate them. But Donald Trump is different. The Trump family has already launched a DeFi project called World Liberty Financial WLFI. The president's family is directly involved in the coin business. What does that mean? Trump comes from a background as a real estate businessman. It takes months to sell real estate and get cash. But if you make this into a token, it becomes cash in 1 second. That's awesome. What Trump is after is to control the infrastructure of future finance. In the future, when all assets are tokenized, the idea is to create a platform where those transactions will take place to make America the Bitcoin capital from there isn't just driven by patriotism, because that's what the family business is all about. Chapter 3. The conspiracy of the established BlackRock kill the brokers. So why is Larry Fink, the world's largest asset management company, so obsessed with tokenization? Banks and securities firms are already making a killing with their existing systems. So why bother trying to overturn them? There is only one reason: to kill the broker and become king myself. Let's think about when we buy and sell stocks now. We pay securities firm fees, Korea Deposit Insurance Corporation fees, and exchange fees. There are too many people caught in the middle. BlackRock thinks. If we automate this with blockchain, we can fire all the middlemen and monopolize the fees. In addition, new foods are created. Until now, private equity funds, infrastructure investments, and $100 billion buildings have been the preserve of the wealthy. Couldn't buy it because they didn't have money. But what if we break this down into 1,001 units? Tokenize it and sell it to 8 billion ants around the world. They are ready to package up even the rotting assets that were not being sold and sell them to us. Breathe Fear 4, China's desperate resistance. Stop the digital dollar. Which country fears this trend the most? It's China. Here's why China has been buying up gold like crazy in recent years and pushing for a digital yuan ECNY. When the world of tokenization arrives, borders disappear. When a young person in their 30s in Korea or China buys coffee through a smartphone app, automatically converts the dollar token USDT in their wallet into the store's 1 yuan and processes the payment in 0.1 seconds. Users don't even have time to feel the exchange rate. So what kind of money do people save? A yuan that the government might control at any moment. A depreciating one? No. We will collect dollar tokens, USD to USDC, or US Treasury tokens that are accepted anywhere in the world. This is called reverse Gresham's law. Good money dollars drives out bad money domestic currency. From China's perspective, there's no way to stop its people's money from being sucked into the US dollar ecosystem via smartphones. So they are building a digital Great Wall of China, shouting ban coin trading and making a last stand by collecting gold. But just as water eventually flows to lower ground, capital will inevitably flow to where it is most efficient: tokenized dollars. WLFI 5, Digital Feudalism and the Birth of the Celestial. Dragons. Let's take a deeper look into the eerie future. Would the ability to divide and sell assets infinitely bring about wealth equality? No, it's quite the opposite. It brings extreme polarization. Do you know Methuselah, the celestial dragon ruling class from the movie or the manga? This is how the celestial dragons of the digital world are born. The rich own buildings worth 10 billion won. They never sell this whole. Instead, they split it into tokens and sell only 49% to the ants. The ants buy and sell their dusty shares to each other at high prices. But who has the power to decide whether to fix the building's elevators or raise rents? A 0.0001% shareholder? No way. It is still monopolized by the owner who holds the majority. What's even scarier is the liquidity premium. If you sell a building worth 10 billion won as a whole, it will be 10 billion won. But if you split it into 10 million, 1,000 12 billion won, or 13 billion won, the rich sit back and inflate their asset values, while the ants pay a premium to buy the shells. A society where ownership is dispersed, but control and profits are concentrated in the hands of a few. This is digital feudalism. The essence of everything is energy, so who is the real owner of this digital world? Gold is heavy and dollars are just paper. But Bitcoin, AI, and tokenization systems are 100% powered by electricity. If the power goes out, your trillion-dollar token wallet will just go to zero. Many people misunderstand. Blockchain consumes a lot of electricity and destroys the environment. I'll fact-check for you. Private blockchains used by BlackRock and other banks don't consume much electricity. It's similar to running Excel. There are hippos that actually eat electricity. It is AI, artificial intelligence. The AI data centers that power this complex financial system, ultra-short-term trading, and predict markets suck up electricity like black holes. Ultimately, the currency of the future is energy kWs. Companies that produce energy power plants, store it batteries, and efficiently manage it. They will become the central banks of the future. Here are the compelling reasons to invest in energy storage and distributed management companies. WLFI 7 Action Plan. The only strategy to beat the machine? Bosses, here's the conclusion. In this ultra-fast token market, where AI completes trades in 0.001 seconds, do we as humans have any chance of winning in the short term? It's a sure bet. We have to fight in areas where machines cannot. First, don't be a tenant farmer, be a landlord. Buy and sell token fragments dust without paying fees. Hold a chunk of the assets that form the foundation Treasury of the system bonds, layer TLT, namely energy platform companies. These are the land and electricity of the digital world. Second, reduce your exposure to the one. The world's capital markets are unified, and the unified currency is the US dollar USDT. The one could be reduced to the level of a local gift certificate used only for paying taxes. Move your assets into dollars and US quality assets. That is the Noah's Ark of the 21st century. Third, buy time instead of speed. Machines can guess the price right now, but humans can see the future value. Don't compete with AI for speed. We have to beat AI with patience that is heavy on the butt. The world of tokenization may seem glamorous, but its essence is the eternal survival of the privileged. If you fail to read this flow, you will end up as a digital tenant farmer. But if you guard the path in advance, you can achieve a quantum leap in wealth. The market is cruel, but it always presents opportunities to those who have the eyes to see the essence. If you want to prepare for the future ahead of others, setting up notifications is essential. I had a cool-headed view. Thank you.